Hi everybody, I thought I'd share today my settings for Battlefield 1, just in case you might find them useful. So it might be an idea to, when you're watching this video on your phone, on your laptop, or on your computer, have Battlefield 1 open so that you can go into the options and maybe try these out. Now, none of this is original from me. I've watched lots of videos on the internet about setting things up on Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. Jack Frags did a really good video on this ages ago. I couldn't find where it is. But essentially these options are all about making it easier for you to do better at Battlefield 1. So let's dive in. So the first one I want to look at is the video. And probably the most important one for me is changing your field of view. So this is how much of the map you can see in front of you. Obviously the more that you can see means that your peripheral vision is much better, so you can see people coming around corners. Now I have my field of view set to 75 degrees for my soldier and my vehicles, and then my aim down sight field of view is set to on, so it's the same when I'm aiming down sights. Now if you set this too high on a console like the PlayStation 4, if you go all the way to 90, things can start getting a little bit odd, because it's asking a lot more of the graphics processor in the console to render everything in front of you so that you can see sort of 90 degrees. And I find 75 is a nice balance where you can see more. Basically if you sit in the corner of a room with two doors, you can just about see both of the doors, that are on the other sides. And I think it works very well. It does mean the graphics get a little bit odd at the edges. Circles become like elongated spheres, ellipses. They kind of look a bit odd, especially when you're in vehicles, and for some reason the motorbike looks odd, but you get used to it and you will see enemies coming where you wouldn't if it was set on a lower level. So ADS field of view, so aim down sights field of view, is on, so that's the same. Motion blur is off. The game looks better with motion blur on, but motion blur off, I find the game seems to perform a little bit better. Things are crisper and you can see people better. Weapon depth of field off as well. So normally what happens is, if you have that on, when you look down your sights, you'll get a depth of field effect which looks more realistic and makes the game more immersive, but again can prevent you from seeing things, so I turn that off. So there we go, so that's video. We'll have a quick look at audio, just turn the volume up. I have music and everything on, but I know lots of people sometimes like to turn music off. I don't, I like to have all the stuff that's going on. And then here we go, let's go into controls. So I turn the vibration off. I'm an invert vertical look person, but whatever for you. Now stick sensitivity. Stick sensitivity is one of the most important factors when it comes to being accurate with your weapons. And don't fall into the trap that thinking a high sensitivity is great, is an important thing to have. It isn't. If you find you're having trouble tracking targets, or when you aim down sight, your crosshairs seem to go past the target, left and right, you're having trouble locking on, it's probably because your stick sensitivity is too high, and feel free to turn it down. Until recently, my stick sensitivity was at 25%. And I've recently knocked it up 10%, because obviously as it goes up, you can turn and you can move faster. But what that does mean is, because you're moving faster, sometimes, and lots of times, you'll move past a target. So don't be scared to have your sensitivity very low, and you may well find that helps you locking onto targets, because with first-person shooters like Battlefield 1, it's all about centering. So as you're running around, keep an eye on the reticle in the middle of the screen, and you want that reticle to be wherever you think the next enemy is going to be, like round corners, through doors, over walls, so that if an enemy does appear, you can quickly aim down sight, and because you're already centered, they'll be in the middle of your sight when you aim down sight. That also means that if you come around a corner and there's an enemy off to the left, you don't aim down sight and then start moving the controller to lock on. You turn your body left first, and you center them, and then you aim down sight. That's much quicker. That's all related to stick sensitivity. So anyway, so I have my soldier set at 35, my vehicle set at 20. I find them a bit twitchy, and my zoom sensitivity at 70%. Now, when you're zoomed in, it tends to move a little bit slower anyway, so I have that value. But don't be afraid to turn it down. Honestly, if you're having trouble aiming, turn it down, then slowly bring it back up. Other ones is really up to you, really. Soldier sprint, press, double tap forward to sprint off, weapon zoom, hold, you know, normal stuff. And then what have we got? Advanced. Stick aiming acceleration I have as 100%. Yeah, I guess I've been playing Battlefield 1 so much, I'm used to it. I know lots of people have it on 0, but I like 100. The center set dead zone I don't have on at all, because I think the PlayStation controller doesn't need it. The axial's dead zone. This means that, say you've got the joystick, one of your sticks all the way up to the top, how close does it have to be to top dead center, you know, directly at 0 degrees before it will start turning? And so if you have that, it gives you a little bit of leeway. 100%. Center dead zone, again, this is how much you have to move the stick before it starts working. And you can, you know, just copy all these if you want. I think these are pretty much standard. Vehicle aim, relative control, I have that on. Decouple aiming from turning off. That's actually, you can try that on actually, so that when you turn, you stay on target. Uniform soldier aiming off, coefficient 133. So that's it. Let's have a quick look at gaming. Gameplay, show HUD. Yeah, I like the HUD. Show chat log when active, blah de blah. Kill log, I hide that. Awards all on. Hit indicator visibility. This might be different. Check your hit color. I have hit color as white, headshot color as red, and kill color as green. I think that's different to the standards. Damage based shape, yes. Minimap, texture, opacity, rotate with view, yes. Flight zoom radius 250, yeah, and all the rest is. Minimap size 100%, so it's you can make it bigger if you want, or smaller, I guess. Show stationary weapons, heavy, all. Anything else worth looking at? Not really. So there we go. So for me, the most important things in your options: go to the video, adjust your field of view wider, and then go to the controls and adjust your stick sensitivity lower if you're having trouble. And then as you get locking on target, as you get more comfortable, go up. My big tip for getting better at shooting: play team deathmatch or domination, where you're just killing people all the time, and you'll quickly get better aiming down sights. Anyway, that's enough from me. If you've got any ideas about the options and settings you use to make yourself better in Battlefield 1, please put them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.